Aloha, aloha, and hello, my sexy friends. This is your sexy island girl coming right at you with some more kinky, naughty fun for you. Well, guess what? Tonight, your sexy island girl is getting kinky, close, and personal with Mr. DNote from CaliDTO on this episode 6. Say hello. How you doing? How you
Ugh.
doing? Who you doing?
What's up, folks? It is your boy DNote from CaliDTO. Your solid 5.
Ah, baby, I've been
And
waiting
guess,
for
and,
you.
guess, and guess what?
What?
A census taker once tried to test me. I ate his liver with some fava beans as a nice Chianti.
Oh my God.
I just had
Wow.
to say that. I love that.
My goodness, my goodness. Do you know, baby, I have been waiting on you and waiting on you
Oh
so bad.
shucks!
Baby.
I wish I can kick my foot back and be like, oh, but I can't.
Baby, I have been so hot for you. I have been waiting on this episode for so long and
Oh yeah.
prepping for you. Baby, yes. You don't even know. You don't even know. I'm sitting here in a robe with my red, black, and lace bra, having my candle blowing and some wine, just all in the mood for you, baby. I have been so hot and ready to do this with you. Get nice, up close, personal. Yay! I am excited. Now, as you all know, I'm very new to this podcast.
Don't be flicking your bean while we're talking, okay?
I am so new to this, but Mr. DNote here, he's got his CaliDTO podcast, and he's like Mr. Pro.
It's your naughty boy over here.
He's Mr. Pro at his podcasting, and he's got a lot of
I
good
don't know
stuff.
about pro, but we do our thing. We do our thing.
But he's a little hottie. He's nice and sexy, and I'm excited. I'm excited to get real close with him.
You better stop with all those sweet nothings.
I want to get real kinky with him. Real kinky. I did one episode with him, and I met him for the first time. I took one look at this guy, and I was like, "Ooh, who are you? How you doing?" Now it was over just the internet, and I was like, "Well, you kind of cute."
It was the beard. It was the beard. Let's put it. It's the beard.
Look, and I said, "Ooh, and you're bald too. Can I rub your head?
Could be good luck.
Rub your bald head, baby."
Depends on the position. Whoa.
Well, I like them all. I like all the positions, baby. So,
Some are better than others, sure.
of course. Now, this might be, I don't know. This is probably going to be my longest episode. I mean, from
Oh,
what
it
you
will
were
be.
saying. You told me you give me a heads up. Heads. So you said you said it might be maybe even a 2-part episode. Is that right?
I'm going for 2
Really?
because it won't be the first time. You know what I'm saying?
Now, see, now that makes me real excited too, because all my little tiny little episodes have just been all of 15 minutes, 17 minutes here and there. So, man, the longer I can have time with you, all the better. All the better.
Ooh.
And you got me all to yourself tonight, baby.
Ooh.
And I got
All this
you.
excitement.
I know, right? I got you. You got me. Let's have some fun. Let's have some fun tonight, baby. I
Let's
got lots.
open it wide. Let's
I
get
like
all the
to
way.
be
Get all
open
the
and
way up in there.
wide. I'm
All the way
like,
up inside there.
we're getting to know a whole different side of you. I told him tonight, I said, you know what? I hope you're ready for me. I want you to get real comfortable. Do what you got to do, but you need to be real ready for me. Real ready for me, because I'm a whole other level than the other girls that you got.
Let's see.
Whole other level. But this is a good time to get to know a different side of you, baby. So I'm ready. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
What you got for me?
I got some questions. So,
Really?
My first question to you is, when did you lose your virginity?
My virginity. Have I
Yo.
always been a virgin? No. I was pretty young actually. I started doing a lot of things at a very young age because you know, single parent, mom always worked. My grandma couldn't keep an eye on us all the time because we were all ready to muck, you know.
Mm.
Um, so I was 11,
Wow.
and like the neighborhood hoe, sort of thing. I was smoking cigarettes. I was, trying to smoke as much weed as I could. Just
Mm.
stealing a bunch of shit, like just fighting. All the shit above. I was doing a lot of that stuff, and that just kind of came with the territory and the
Right.
environment. So, um, not the smartest thing I've done, but it slam bam, thank you, ma'am, sort of thing.
Right.
And probably not my proudest moment in life, but it happened. So here I am.
Mm.
I'm still alive.
Okay, 11. So you were a little horny little motherfucker, weren't you?
Oh yeah, I was ready to go like a rabbit. Just fucking let me have it.
Ready to go at 11. My goodness.
Mm,
And
mm,
still
mm.
going at it, huh?
I do my thing.
All right. Well, then. So, next question. Rough sex or soft sex? Rough?
I
You like it rough or soft?
Okay. I think it depends on. It just depends on like everything, right? It depends on uh where my life is at the moment. It depends on who it's with.
Mm,
Uh, am I in a relationship or not? Things like that. Um, I like aspects of both. Late, lately, I've been liking more of like a cohesive sort of thing.
mm-hmm.
Um, I like to dish it, but I also like to be passionate. I enjoy both, but I don't know if I have a preference really. Because like I said, I think it just depends on like the day.
All right. All
Um,
right.
I, I do
So,
like I like to smack him around a little bit and pull the hair, all the stuff.
ooh.
Uh,
Mm,
yeah. I mean, it's nice. I like a little bit of both in this, whatever session.
all right. So, I got nice long hair. What would you do with my nice long hair?
I like to yank it a little bit.
Yeah?
Yeah. Oh
You
yeah.
like you like to yank it a little bit?
Of course.
I like it rough, baby. Oh
I
yeah.
got my paddle ready to go.
Oh yeah. That's right. I
Although I
like
do
it
need a bigger
rough.
one.
I like
Yeah.
it soft. That's right. That's good. That's good. I
hmm
like to hear that. All right.
It's all
So,
consensual though, right? I mean,
of course.
I don't. I wouldn't do it if they don't want me to. So, like I
Good.
said, that's why it depends too,
It depends. It
right?
depends. Okay, good to know. Good to know. I'm definitely taking note of all this. You know this.
Hey,
You know this.
I'm no floozy, okay? I'm no floozy.
Okay, good. Good, good, good. So the next question. Do you have any unusual kinks, fetishes?
No, unusual, no. Um, I'm willing to try stuff though, but there's not like I, there's like nothing that I'm like, oh, I want to do this, but I'm too afraid to ask. Like I just I've done everything I've already wanted to do.
Mm,
So there's not really anything that I'm like that I see that I'm like, oh, like I really want to try that. No, it's not in the cards for me. Um, like I said, I've done everything that I've thought that I wanted to do already, and so far I haven't like visually seen anything that where I'm like, ooh, I haven't seen it yet. I got to do it.
hmm. So touch a little base on that. Touch base on that a little bit. Go to a little bit more detail. Like,
I
for
mean,
example,
like I've been to like the sex.
curious.
Yeah, I mean,
Curious minds want to know, and I'm sure other listeners would like to know.
yeah,
What unusual kinks and fetishes have you done?
not unusual, just like the stuff that I've already wanted to try, I've done or seen. So, um, like I've gone, like I've talked about this on my podcast, but like I've gone to sex parties and stuff, and they've had displays of rooms of different things going on. So I've seen like a lot of the impact plays. I've seen like people, what do you call it, golden showers. I've seen all that shit, and I'm like, I've seen it. I'm not huge into it, but I've witnessed it, and I'm not gonna pass judgment on it. I'm just like, that's you,
Right.
Whatever.
Right.
And like I said, I've had the opportunity of doing just the little things that I've already been interested in. So, and I've seen the funny shit that other people are into. So,
Okay.
Unusual things like some people like are really into like licking eyeballs and stuff like that. Not my thing.
Right.
But I've
Right.
been around it, and I'm like, hey man, if that's what you like, cool, whatever.
Exactly. Yeah. No judgment pass. No judgment pass. Everybody
Although,
has their...
quick funny story that I've told in the past.
Okay.
So there was a lady that she really liked impact / torture, right?
Okay.
So these guys were like giving it to her. They were like smacking her hard. I mean, obviously consensually, and also even tasering her.
Oh, wow. Nice.
She was really into it. She was like fucking loving it, right?
You're right.
So or did I tell you? I might have even told you this like while you were on the episode. But anyway, so she was giving head to some guy, and another guy was fucking her, and then in the middle of it, he shocks her, but she's still sucking the other guy off. So he gets electrocuted because she gets electrocuted. And he runs out of the room, and he's like holding his dick. He's like, "Oh fuck!" And we all just start dying in the room because we all see this guy. 30 of us are just like laughing because the guy's like, "I just got fucking electrocuted." He's holding his dick and he's just freaking out, and we all just start. I'm almost crying because I'm laughing so hard.
Right. Oh my God.
Well,
yeah. I mean, I have been. I used to work okay, a little background, and I'll cover this on a whole other episode, but I actually have heard many, many crazy ass stories on people going through very unusual experiences and having. I used to work at a sex shop.
Right.
Adults.
Oh, so you've seen it all, yeah.
Oh, I've seen, and I have heard. But yeah, this is about you, baby. So we'll cover me on something else.
Right.
But yes, I have seen and heard. But oh my goodness, that's a story. That's a good one. All right. Moving on, baby. Next question for you. Weirdest place you have ever had sex?
Weirdest place? Oh,
the weirdest place, baby.
Okay. Because there's another story attached to this as well. So the weirdest place was, so one night, me and my ex-girlfriend, we were still like fuck buddies. But we went to a club, we got really drunk, and her friend was driving, so we wanted to just keep drinking. So we went to this not to the abandoned parking lot, but we went to the parking lot behind like an industrial business.
Okay.
Or not industrial. It was like a like a, what do you call it, a startup, like techie sort of like giant lot. And behind that lot was a basketball court, and at the time it was just us and this like SUV. And I started fooling around with my ex, and for some reason her and keep in mind I'm like super drunk too, and so I'm like fooling around with her.
Best times when you're drunk.
Well, I get extra horny, I guess, but anyway.
Oh, me too, yeah. Baby. Get a few drinks in me, and my sex drive just goes off the roof.
So her friend got mad at her like boyfriend at the time, I guess, for like some whatever it was. I don't know. I didn't care, but she was all pissed off, and so she convinced her friend to like join in. So we had we were like, I fucked my ex-girlfriend, and then I started fucking her friend. But at the same time, there was like this is like 3 a.m. It's super late, right? But for some reason, I guess like a bunch of guys that work for the company decided to like open the basketball court. So there was a full on game going on while I'm like having a threesome in the parking lot.
Nice.
So at one point I look over and the entire team was staring at me while I'm like, I got this girl in doggy style and I'm just like, wham, wham, wham.
Oh,
And like,
yeah.
they're just like, they all look at me and they're just like laughing. And I'm just like, I don't give a shit. And so I'm just like, boom, boom.
That's
And I,
right, baby. I
so
love it.
I passed out, obviously after I nut. And then I fall asleep inside the SUV
Mm.
and they fucking drew all over my face and shit.
Oh my god.
But so I had to go to work the next day too. Man, there was so much shit on my face. But I couldn't call out. Like it was like I would have gotten fired, probably at one point. But I guess they were more like they were laughing. Everybody was laughing at me, and I was like, whatever. Like I still got I got laid. So fuck you guys. And but if I would have called out, I probably would have gotten fired after a point, So I go in, and they were all making fun of me, but I was like, I win. I don't give a shit what you guys say. I mean, I didn't tell anybody what happened, but I was like, hey man, I had a good night. So
that's awesome. That is
that was the weirdest place only because I had a whole audience.
That is great. Oh my goodness, I
And that's
love
not
it.
the first time I had an audience, but that was the biggest audience I've had.
This is the biggest audience. I love having audiences. That's fantastic. I've had a few myself. I love it.
At least I was in better shape then too. I was younger and I was like thinner, so
Right.
if it was now, I'd be like, I don't want nobody to watch.
Really? Oh man.
I don't know. I think if I tightened up my body a little bit, I think I'd be more comfortable with it.
No, baby, go for it. Go for it. Just go.
Maybe. We'll see.
Oh, come on. Let's do it now. No, just kidding. Let's go live now. Fuck it. Let's just get off camera. No, shoot. Just go, baby. Just go for it. It's a lovely feeling. Get those claps on. Get those.
Oh, it was the same girl where she was like.
I've had a few claps myself.
Yeah. It was the same chick that like we were, like I said, we were fuck buddies, right? But she was also like dating other guys at the same time, and I don't give a shit because I didn't have feelings for her, But like, I remember like we went to like some guy she was dating. She was still like fully invested in this guy, right? But like we even went to the guy's house like for like some kind of drinking night, and she introduced me as a friend, right? And she was like holding the guy's hand under the table, and I was like finger blasting her at the same time.
Wow.
Yeah, it was shady shit. But and then I ended up like taking her to the side like of the guy's house and fucking her there too.
Wow.
It was bad. I did some dumb stuff.
Well,
but to be fair,
yeah,
I know. But to be fair, she like agreed to it and she wanted it. So
well, there you go.
Like,
see? Again, consensual, right?
I was like, I didn't make her do this stuff,
It was.
I just felt kind of bad because like I probably broke the little dude's heart,
Oh well, his bad.
Yeah, that's what you get for falling for a hoe,
There you go.
Well.
All right, that was fun. Okay, that was a fun one. I like those. All right, so next one, baby. Favorite sex position?
I don't know because it changes over time. Like I said, I
Your
like doggy.
favorite one, baby. Your favorite one.
Yeah, I feel like doggy feels like the best to me, but it's like really bad on my knees. So like, I guess and it depends on the position too.
So why do you like doggy so much?
I don't know. It just I don't know if it's like the angle that it's at, like it hits differently. Because like missionary feels different for me. I don't know why, but like but like doggy for some reason like opens like I don't know. It just feels better to me than like any other position really, unless like this. I guess the second was probably like scissoring almost, where like my leg is like over her leg and I'm like hitting it like kind of like almost like sideways.
Yes,
that feels good too.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I like that one too, and that one makes me come pretty fast because it feels really good. But yeah, I think doggy is my favorite, but I think that scissoring is like the second. I'm not a fan. I'm not really a fan of girls on top.
Really? Why?
I think okay. It depends on if she knows what she's doing.
I
Because
love to be on top, ride you, take control.
well, it is the motion of the ocean, right? It depends on like
That's right. Move my
because
hips and just take it. Just go.
I mean, some women just don't know how to like maneuver it, and so it
True. That's
doesn't feel
true.
as good. So then I have to like then I have to put more work into it, and
That
which
is
is fine,
true.
but like it's fine, but it's not. It's I don't know. It's not my favorite.
It could be depend. That's right. It could depend on the person. If the woman does know what she's doing while she's on top of you, that could very well make a difference.
For sure.
Absolutely. And yeah, I
and it depends on like if she's like a big time squirter or not too.
Yeah. Whew. All right. Good one. Good one. I'm telling you, it's getting hot. It's getting hot in here, baby.
But the last couple have been like big time squirters, so
There you go.
It gets messy.
That dog
it's really messy.
Ooh, I like that one. All right. Do you like to be dominant or submissive?
I think it depends. No, I dominant for sure, but
and why?
I don't know. I don't think I've ever really tried to be submissive. Like as far as like sex goes, like in relationships is different. Like I'll be more like sort of middle. Like I'm not gonna like give in to you, but you don't have to be like. I'm not gonna like tell you all the time what to do, how to feel, things like that. But like sexually, totally dominant. I think. Yeah, I not like super dominant, but like dominant enough,
Not super dominant, but dominant enough.
Right.
So, what are some of the dominant things that you have done? For example, sexually,
like commands and stuff. Like I was in a relationship where I was strictly dominant and she was submissive, and I would enforce commands and stuff like that.
Really? Like what?
Yeah. Like like finger signal, like sign language, or phrases, stuff like that.
Really?
And that was fun. I wasn't very good at it because I've never done it before, so I was still kind of learning myself.
You were,
and so it was fun. I think I need more practice on it, and like I don't know. I just need to learn more. It's a life. Like you really, if you really want to be involved in the lifestyle, you really have to learn a lot.
Absolutely.
It's not.
Absolutely.
It's one of those things where like, you can't just jump into it.
That's for sure.
So, but yeah, I'd say dominant for sure.
Okay, and more than submissive, as you said.
Right.
You wouldn't submit to somebody.
No. I just don't like it. I don't like the exchange of power that way. I like to have the power and not, be submitted to her power.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know. All right.
Don't tell me how to live my life.
So you wouldn't get down on your knees for me, baby?
Fuck no.
All right. Good to know. Good to know. But you'll take me in a moment and you'll pin me up against the wall, right?
Exactly.
Okay. Well, I can definitely do that. Okay. So have you ever had any one night stands?
Yep. I have. I'm not a huge fan of them. I mean, I'll do it. Like, it hasn't been. It's been a while, but like, yeah, I've had a couple, and they're okay. I mean, it's just one of those things where it's like, I got my rocks off,
Okay.
Like, I got, I don't know. It's kind of weird because you don't know the person really per se, but it's like, well, if she's into it, I'm into it. Fucking let's do it, and then we'll part ways.
Yeah.
Obviously safely.
Okay.
But yeah, they're okay.
Okay.
I more likely won't say no.
Okay, good. And then sex on the bed, couch, or the floor.
So I would say the bed only because it's just more comfortable. Like I feel like I don't know. I'm just an awkward dude. So like um I like for some reason on the floor I always slip like because I'm usually wearing socks or something. Like it's so hard to keep traction. Like so I'll keep like slipping down. It's so funny.
Oh my goodness.
It's like embarrassing almost where I'm just like I can't get a grip. I'm just like fucking I keep like sliding down. I'm like, this is weird. So then I get back up and I'm like, trying to go at it. And then like the couch is like it's weirdly shaped. It's an L shape. So like it's just I mean, there's some positions that work for sure, but I don't like it. I'd rather be on the bed because then it's just more comfortable.
Uh-huh.
It's just the only problem with the bed is like if she's a squirter, you have to make sure you put down hella like towels and stuff, or like a wet mattress pad.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to do that because it got super messy a couple times. It was like gross. You had to get like a steam cleaner.
Oh my.
Yeah, it gets bad sometimes.
My goodness. That sounds like a rough night.
I'm not really. It's still fun, but it's like when you're in the moment, you're just like, cool, yeah, this happening.
Yeah.
And then you're like, and then you look down, you're like, oh shit, this is like soaking fucking, like it's bad.
Good times. That's a good time. That's a good time.
Right.
Rough, and I mean as in good. Rough.
Yeah, good, bro. Then I have to clean it up. Though I'm like, oh man, this sucks. But whatever. I'm in it. I'm not gonna stop.
Exactly. Rough as
I got this.
good rough. That's right.
I'm gonna finish what I started.
The bigger the mess, the funner it was. That's what I would say. So the couch, the floor, the counters, man.
Super wet.
Hey. I'm saying
Slip and
all
slide.
over the house. Just go for it and just the roof, the ceiling, just hang off the ceiling fans and just have fun. Let's go.
The beach is nice.
On the staircase, the beach is amazing.
Although I had an audience then too, that was weird.
Oh God.
Well, that's because like we were already going at it, and then I just happened to look over, and there was like an RV part to like up the hill a little bit, and like the guy was just out there drinking a beer, and I was like, why don't I always have an audience? This is so weird. I'm like, whatever. I'm like, I'm I need to bust my nut, so.
Oh goodness gracious! And slap your ass on the counter and fuck your brains out. There you go, too. Oh my goodness, all the places. Anyway, so yeah, moving on. Have you ever had sex in a public place?
Yeah, I mean, beach, school.
Kind of go. Yeah, we were.
Yeah, okay. I mean, yeah, it's almost like normal, after a while. You're just like, it can't get caught.
Exactly.
I've had
exactly.
Yeah. There was a parking lot one time.
Watch out for them cops.
Right. I was dating
and cameras at that.
Yeah, right. I was dating this chick, and like we both couldn't have people at our place because like I was living with some people that were like always paranoid about shit, and then she was living with this older lady, so she couldn't like bring me over because she was like hella judgmental and stuff. So we were like, oh, okay, well let's go meet up and fucking. So we went to and I was at the time I was living in this beach town, and like right along the coast there's like businesses and shit. So there's a parking lot close by one of them, and so we stopped there, and we're like, the car is small, but I was like, I don't give a shit. I'm gonna go for it. So we were going at it, and again, there's somebody overlooking their condo. And like we're fucking rocking the boat for sure, and like the guy's just over there like smoking a cigarette, and I'm like, well, here we go again. I'm like, fuck it, I'm not gonna stop. I was like, I just really hope a cop doesn't roll by, because it's like, we're the only car there bouncing, so it would be so obvious that like we're fucking in the car, but whatever, it just happened.
Oh, goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, again,
I do gotta say,
whatever's
at least I've never been caught though. So
there you go.
that's something. I'm proud of that.
There you go. Well, good for you.
Well, I mean,
And the
caught by
next
the
one.
caught by the law, not caught by people.
Caught by the law, huh?
Right. Breaking the law, breaking the
Yeah,
law.
definitely be careful with that. They have
Right.
it. I'm sure they have some stories as well. That
Oh
one.
fuck yeah. Man.
All right. Have you ever been caught masturbating, baby?
Yeah. Um. I mean, when you're a kid, you're just like
Really?
going, you're just like, I have this thing and it feels amazing, So yeah, I've been caught by my mom watching one time, and I was like so embarrassed.
Oh, mama.
I mean, clearly I was a kid,
Oh, mommy
Yeah, I
dearest.
mean, a couple of times, and each time was fucking like, oh no, like they're gonna look at me wrong my entire life.
Right.
But yeah, it
Oh,
sucks, but it happens. I'm sure it happens to fucking a
yeah,
large percentage of people
of course. Of course.
for sure.
All right. Next one. What does your favorite underwear look like? Your favorite undies, baby.
I'm a boxer brief kind of boy.
Oh, boxer briefs, huh?
Yeah, they just feel good, and I usually just like wearing black. So yeah, nice and snug. Um, and
No
they just
leather
feel
pants.
good. Nah, I'm not a banana hammock kind of guy. Oh, that'd be
Not a
so
banana.
that'd be so uncomfortable. I don't know how guys could do that.
Right.
Like in a
So
speedo, like that's gotta be gross.
some people can pull it off, or some men can pull it off quite well.
Yeah, but those are like mainly bodybuilder type dudes, Or like I'm definitely not that kind of guy.
All right, good. Is there anybody right now you would like to have sex with?
I mean, in my own personal life, sure. But yeah, I mean, mainly just like celebrities or actresses. But
Oh yeah.
there's definitely like some women on my own personal fuck list, but I don't think it would ever
Oh, you got
happen.
yourself a
But
bucket going on, huh?
I don't think it would ever happen. But if it did, I'd be like, oh, that's one more for the good guy.
Nice. A fuck list. That's
And especially when you
great.
see him like daily, you're just like, I wish I could, but
I wish I
there are
could.
boundaries and stuff,
Hey, yeah.
that do play in
Well,
as well. So,
put it out there into the
but we're
universe,
adults, though.
baby.
We're
Put it out.
adults. I think I can make it work.
Exactly. Exactly. Make it happen, baby. Make it happen. Like I said,
YOLO,
you're a little hot.
YOLO, YOLO. Taking
Oh
to
yeah,
church.
you can make it happen.
Taking to
Have
church.
fun. Have your
Right.
fun, baby. All right. So, do you prefer giving or receiving oral sex?
I love both, but I'm always so down to go down on her. Um, I just like I think mainly it's because I know that for me it's like I like to make my partner come, like especially multiple times. um I think it's because obviously like when I come it's like always like it's always like an explosion of like something, you're just like ah! So like I always imagine like her, then I'm always like, oh, it's not gonna happen just one time, like I'm gonna go for as many times as I can. um
Really? So
but like I
you
said, it
you have
depends.
stamina. You
I
wow.
try, but and it also depends on the person too, so
Right.
some women
Right.
can't do it. Like some women can't orgasm during sex, but some can. And luckily
Mhm.
luckily I don't usually have that problem, but of course it happens
Absolutely.
sometimes. But I do for sure like to go down and make that happen as many times as I can. Does it always happen? No, of course not. But I try. and it always makes me
Nice.
happy doing it. So I really do love it. I think it's very fun, and I don't know. It's just one of my things.
Nice. That's good. Very good.
Yeah, very very fun.
That is very, very nice. Whew. Are you into dressing? Lick it up, baby. Lick it up. All righty, man. You got me over here. He got me over here getting. So yeah. Where are we? Hold on. Let me focus here. Let me focus. Because I just, my mind is just going a little.
Everyone's different, you know.
Are you into dressing up for sex?
No, not really. I've, I've no, I don't think I've ever tried it really. No, I've had someone dress up for me too, as like almost like a ritual kind of thing.
Mm.
I wasn't really into it, honestly. It didn't really like. Maybe it was just the outfit she was wearing, but I think it depends on like me. I don't care to be flashy in that kind of way. I'd rather just like show you,
Right.
like in a different way,
Oh.
obviously. But like, I don't even think I could pull it off. Like honestly, like wearing something different. That's, like I'd rather have like the ladies wear something like tight and like, yum yum looking.
Yeah, yum yum, huh?
Yeah, yum yum looking.
Yum yum.
Yeah,
I like that. Where she looks a little yummy and delicious.
right.
Oh, you could eat it off of her, huh?
Hell yeah, please.
All right. But you, on the other hand, you're good. You're good with
Yeah,
not
I
being
don't care
sad.
for it,
Not
honestly. Yeah.
all right. All right. All right. Cool. So then the next one. Um, Sex in the bath or in the shower?
Shower. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
why is
shower.
that?
Um,
All plastered
I'm
up against
I'm
the shower.
yeah. I don't think I've ever encountered a bathtub big enough for me. Like it's just like I've told you, I'm awkward with space. Like I'm awkward with space, so I feel like
Right.
a
Right.
bathtub is like just too small in most cases.
Uh-huh.
Like
Yeah.
I don't know. It doesn't seem. I haven't come across a bathtub where I'm like, ooh, I want to fuck in this bathtub.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
it's never caught my eye. Showers, at least
mm-hmm.
you can sort of position it a little better, uh,
Right.
as far as like that I've attempted to in the past. So I feel like
Well, sex
right,
standing up is great. It's
right.
fantastic.
Yeah, I'd rather do that than having like the thrust on fucking
Oh
porcelain,
yeah,
or
plaster
whatever.
your girl up against the wall and have her legs wrapped around you.
And
It's
plus,
just
like all that water
masterpiece.
falling on top of you too. It's like I don't know. It's like
There you
nice, hot
go.
and
That
steamy.
water just
It feels
dripping
good.
down.
Yep, it feels
Oh
so good.
yeah, sex in the shower is fucking amazing.
A
I
nice hot
love
shower,
it.
and it's like you're both
Oh my
just
God, it's just
yeah.
steaming up in there. Oh my goodness, here we go. Look at, woo! I need to turn down the heater. Hold on a minute. I have the heater going on because it was cold, and now it's just the heat is just. Whew. All right, it's a little bit much. Um, so yeah, that's shower sex. Goodness
Hmm.
fucking gracious,
Thumbs
it's
up.
amazing. I love
I
it. I
like it.
love it. One of my favorites, absolutely. A threesome, baby. Have you ever had a threesome? Okay, see this topic right here too. Another hot one for me. A
Yeah,
threesome.
I have.
Either way, two girls and a guy. Threesomes, baby.
Right. Yeah.
Tell me some
Um,
stories. Ah,
it's usually because
love this topic.
It's usually because well, mainly it's because like it's not because I'm bragging or anything, but because I'm not.
Okay, it's
Like
all right.
I
Brag,
no, I.
brag.
It's usually because like you can say that I'm a thick boy, right? And
I
so
like sick boys.
yeah, so usually the case is because
More
I'm
meat for
thicker.
you to hold on to.
I'm well. It's because I'm thicker than like the partner is, right? So
Okay.
and most
All right.
cases they like that more. So when I
Right.
join, it's just a different, more pleasure for them in the moment. So
Mm,
yeah, so I have been basically a unicorn for couples, you know.
okay.
Yeah,
Good.
and that's very fun actually.
I've
I
been
actually do love
that
that.
lately. That's interesting.
Or a bull, you
You've
know.
been.
I'll be a bull too.
Ah, that
That's
is
fun.
very interesting.
Yeah, it's nice because
Wow.
like there was, you know, I was messing with this couple for a while, and you know, and we would share her, and like he used to like take you know he would you know take pictures and video and stuff like that, and then like he would also sort of like it depends on what we're doing. Like he would be like, you know, sort of like guiding her, you know, like
Right.
just to like take it, you know, because
Mm,
you know the size difference was like a lot.
absolutely.
So it was at first it was pain for her, but then it turned into pleasure, you know,
Mm,
put it that way.
love. Right.
So
That's
yeah, threesomes,
fantastic.
yeah, for sure. I actually love threesomes.
So you've done both. So you've shared the woman
Hmm.
where you have been with two other men and you're both going at it with the woman, and then
Right.
vice versa with
And I've had two women and
two
me.
women, two women
Right.
and you.
Right.
That's fantastic. I love it. I love it. Oh, so hot. Mm, mm,
Although
mm, mm.
it's way more work than with two women than it is. Because I'm like,
I'm sure. I'm
yeah.
sure.
Because then I'm like, oh man, I have to keep going. Otherwise, like, you know, the other one's gonna be bored, you know, and like,
Right.
I don't want to, you know, I want to be able to have them be like, oh, he was a good fuck, you know, and not just be like,
Right.
oh, he doesn't last, he ain't shit, you know.
So if the opportunity arises again and you were to be offered to be to share another woman, to be a unicorn again, or to again be in a threesome with another man and a woman,
Yeah,
would you again?
of course.
Lovely.
Yeah,
That's hot. That's so hot. Ah,
it
fuck
doesn't
yeah.
mean that I'm gonna. Yeah, yeah. It's purely just for her, you know. So
Right, right. That is fucking awesome. Okay, good.
it's just, to me, it's fun too. I don't know. I'm just built a little
I
different,
bet.
I guess. Yeah.
I
Because some
bet.
guys are like so like, you know, homophobic, where they're just like, I don't want to be
Right.
naked, you know, I don't want to be naked next to
With
some
another
other
man.
guy. Yeah, I'm like, well, I'm not touching
Right.
the
Well,
dude,
again, to
you know.
each his own.
Right,
Yeah, exactly. To each his own. I mean, and of course, everything is consensual, and you're going to have your rules, and
right.
everybody's going to discuss what do's and the don'ts are going to be, of course.
And
And
it's funny.
and when you're sharing a woman, when you're actually in a threesome like that, it's not necessarily where the guy has to be with the other man
Right,
sexually.
right, right,
It's where you're pretty much going to be devouring the woman. It's all about the attention is going to be all on the woman. Am I not right?
for sure. Yeah, yeah. And I like to
In
have
most cases.
and I like to brag and say that I've done the Eiffel Tower before. So, have
I
you heard of
love
that?
it.
You know what the Eiffel Tower is, right?
Oh, okay. Explain for
You
those
don't know
that
what
may not know.
Okay, okay. So the Eiffel Tower is basically just like, a woman, and well, it could also be a guy too, but like in my case,
Hmm.
a woman is bent over, one guy is behind her, and the other guy's in front of her, and while she's like at an angle, horizontally, the other two guys do a clapping up top, so it looks like the Eiffel Tower.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's badass. I love it.
I made that joke too
Mm-mm-mm.
with our podcast with Paula Abdul, because I told him that I want to fuck Paula Abdul because she has MC Scat Cat. So I was like, me and Scat Cat can do the Eiffel Tower.
That's great.
I was like, that'd be so awesome. It'd be legendary.
That would be absolute. Right. Paula Abdul's my girl. That's my girl. All right. Next one. That's a hot topic. I love it. All right. So have you ever sent someone a dirty text or picture?
Yeah, of course. I don't. I mean, personally, I don't really like to. At least like, I mean, I will like if she asked me for it, but I don't like. I'll never start the conversation that way. Like
Right.
because I know some guys like they. I don't know. That's like their only go-to is like, I'll send a dick pic right away. Boom. It's like, bro, just it doesn't work that way. Like you gotta have a little bit of you gotta have something more than just your fucking junk.
That's.
I mean, it's funny. It's funny, but like at the same time, it's like, dude, they don't just want to see your dick. Like at least most of the time. Some ladies, sure, some ladies do,
so
but
true.
Most of them don't.
I'll tell you this much: most women don't.
Right. I'm not speaking for everyone. I'm just saying.
Yes, and neither am I. But yes.
Right.
Neither am I. But yes, we're just putting it out there. Okay. Right. Is there anything you do after sex? Example: smoke, eat, drink.
So, like I said, lately, only because like I said, super squirters, right? Super soakers. I like to shower right after because I got fucking juice all over me. So, I usually shower like right after sex.
Right.
Well, not the last person I had sex with, but the person before that was, the last couple actually was very, it was like not gross, but like I was like, it's probably gonna stink after a while, so I'll just I'll wash it off real quick, and then clean up, and then get to my business. But the last person wasn't a squirter, which is good, or it was a nice change. It was a nice change. I wouldn't say it's good, but it was a nice change, and so I didn't have to clean up, like that. So that was cool.
Okay.
Yeah, mainly just shower.
Okay.
Or sometimes I'll get a drink. Sometimes I'll get another drink,
Get a nice drink afterwards.
Yeah, nice drink afterwards. Because I'll be like out of breath, I'll be out of breath too. I'll be like, I'm parched, So I'll get like beer or something, like just to quench my thirst a little more.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. All right, next one. Early sex or late night sex? What's your favorite? When do you like to have sex?
For me, I prefer late night because I know I have like bad morning breath. So like if I wake up, like I'm pretty sure you don't want my stink breath all over you. So I'll bone you at night before I get ready for bed. So I'd rather do that than
really?
I mean I've had morning everyone's had morning sex, but like I don't and for some reason it's like harder for me to come like that fast because usually it's like we have to get up and go and do something, So I don't like the rush. I don't like the rush of it. I feel like there's like a smaller amount of time for morning sex than there is late night. Because at late night, at least you can set an alarm. You get to do your thing. Like sort of prepare yourself for the next day, rather than waking up super early, sort of like trying to get a good session in, and then like rushing to get like the rest of your day started. I'd rather just like wake up after a good night of sex, get ready for the day. But I guess it depends on my mood, like how I feel when I wake up. Like if I'm extra tired, I'm not going to be able to perform because I'm just fucking tired, But if I wake up and I'm like, pretty like rejuvenated, then sure, I'll go at it, for a good, X amount of minutes or whatever. So.
Really?
Yeah, I don't. I'm not I don't last super long like some of these other guys do, but it's not like a very it's not a couple minutes. It's like more than that. But I don't know. I've never been a big fan of morning sex, but I'll do it if it's like if she really wants it.
Gotcha.
You know,
Gotcha. Morning
I'm all
six
about
is great.
yeah, I'm all about keeping her going.
Good, good, good. Okay. Your favorite kinks. What are your favorite kinks?
Mm, this will be sort of tied up probably into another question, but I don't really have a favorite, but I do want one that I do want to try, and that's what you've been doing a lot lately, Shibari. Um,
Yes, and that does link into the next question. Kinks
right.
wanting to
So
experience that you haven't yet.
yeah.
So this is a two-part question.
Right. So I do want to explore into Shibari, and I wanted to be able to learn how to like properly tie up somebody,
Mm,
and like
it's lovely.
very cool designs, and like sort of like almost like a display thing, because I don't know,
Yes.
there's something like just very cool about it. It's almost like like a stripper pole, like it's not. I'm not saying it's the same thing, but it's like the same effect of like art, like of it being an art in some way,
Mhm,
where it's like it's
mhm.
not. A lot of people see like strippers as like only like just like a dirty thing, but I'm like, no, you can make it into an art, you know, like
Absolutely.
there's a certain thing you can
Absolutely.
do, like a certain like dance or whatever, to make it look like very like
Oh,
just
true. All in
right,
art form.
just right. So I feel like that's the same thing with Shibari. Is like you could totally change it to where it's a total art thing and not just like you know a dirty thing. So that's what I want to
Absolutely.
get
It's an
into.
art
That's what I
form.
want to get into.
It's a talent. It's an amazing talent in an art form. It's beautiful. So you want to get into that, huh?
Yeah,
You want
I've
to,
been.
you want,
I was just gonna say I wanted to take classes for it, but they just happen to be
nice.
like the days that I work, and right now it's like too far away for me to drive like weekly to go check it out. But I would like because it was at a porn shop, and I
Mm,
found out about it through FetLife, and I was like, whoa, I should like go up there and fucking check. But at the time, it was like always during my work shifts, so I was like, oh man, I can't just like
right.
I can't. And but I happened to be right across the street from where that was, so like I could have walked over there, but only if I had the day off for it. But I didn't, so
Right.
I couldn't just walk over there and do it.
Oh, baby, there is so much, even on YouTube. I mean, and Vet Life alone. I mean, there's so many links and so many videos and tutorials and things. I mean, that's all I've been doing.
Right.
I would have loved to go to classes and whatnot, but over here where I'm at in this little hodunk town, I mean, there's absolutely nothing like that I can go to. No, but I mean, just tutorials and videos alone, there's just so many. I'll send you. I got you, baby. I'll get you some. But there is a ton of videos and tutorials that you can watch, and so many beautiful people out there. I mean, this leads into I mean, you listen to my next podcast, baby.
Right. So that's honestly
um,
like the only thing that I wanted to try. So or
yes,
do.
yes. It's so fun, so fun. I'm having a blast doing it. Um, but yeah, it's good, 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 good. All right, so that was two questions. All right, awesome, fun, 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 fun. How long have you been in this lifestyle?
So I I only had okay. Often I wouldn't say that I'm really in the lifestyle now because I haven't been practicing or I haven't been active really like in the community. But I mean I do still talk to people in the community, but I don't like I don't go to events. I don't like practice anything. I don't like actively search for anything at the moment. Um, but I have at least like off and on 3 years total where I've been like pretty involved. Like in a relationship with I was dominant, she was submissive, and then I dated somebody that we used to go to parties and stuff like that. Um,
Right.
but I say only like 3 years tops that I've like been pretty invested in the community at the time, but not right now,
Mhm. Hmm. Okay.
and not really for any good reason. It's just I haven't been looking or like being involved.
Gotcha. So, how have you evolved throughout the years, and what have you learned that you want out of it now?
So I was okay. So for 14 years total, I was in a relationship. Also married half the time. So during that entire period, our relationship was very vanilla, and we didn't try anything. We didn't really talk about anything. It was sort of like taboo, at the time. Um,
Right.
so since then, I've evolved because I was able to explore a lot of different things. I was able to have those threesomes. I was able to have those one night stands, and um, have different partners and date openly and go to these parties and stuff like that. So
Mm-hmm.
as far as like experience goes, I've evolved a lot because I've been able to live it. So,
Right.
and then also being in a relationship in that sort of dynamic for off and on 2 years, that also sort of elevated me to where I had a better understanding of certain things. Um, so I got to learn a lot. But
Mm-hmm.
now I'm just sort of in a place where I'm like don't know what I want. Um,
Right.
I'm leaning more towards like I'd rather be in a relationship, but at the same time, I'm this is the first time I've been seeing like really single in a long time, and I'm like
Mm-hmm.
I'm enjoying my free time now, where I'm like I don't have anybody bothering me, I don't have to go do stuff anymore. Like I'm only doing my podcasting, and I'm only doing my own free time, like, and it's wonderful at the moment, and I'm like
Yes,
enjoying every moment of it. So yeah, I could be
that's
out
great.
being a playboy and doing all this stuff, but I've already done that. I've been there, done that. I've already
Right.
hooked up with like women that are way out of my league, and I still was able to do it. Because at the time I had
That's awesome.
way more confidence than I should have, but I still did it.
Yeah.
And
Right.
I've been there, done that. I partied. I don't need to do that. I'm getting older now, where I'm like, all right, man, I got a lot of it out of my system. Sure, there might be some nights where I'm like, fuck it, I'll go for it. But
Yeah.
I've evolved a lot over time because I've already been able to do the things that I've wanted to do, except for like career rise. Like now I'm focusing on the podcasting thing, a little more on my personal life. You know, not so much about
Correct.
the evolution of my sort of kink life and stuff like that. I've already
Correct.
done all the stuff
Right.
that I know that I wanted to try.
Right. That sounds fabulous. That's amazing. That's good. 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 Good for you. Good for
Yeah,
you.
it's a good time to
Now,
live.
great. And it sounds like it. I mean, the future sounds good for you. I'm excited to see you and hear about where you're heading, and which will lead to further into my last couple questions here. We're hitting towards the end now, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Two, the most important aspects that stands out to you from either the lifestyle and or the community.
The most important thing is the foundation of like of what the community stands for. So like the community, the BDSM community is all about trust and support, and consent, being consensual, and all these different things. So that's what's important really about it, is that we're not just abusing each other.
That's
It's all
right.
about learning yourself, learning what you're accepting and what you're not accepting, and trusting certain people to give that to you. You know,
Mm,
so give those things that you're afraid to do, or that or that you want to do, or were afraid to do at one point, but now you're just like, well, I think that'll sort of like help me out in a certain way, because sometimes these things can help somebody mentally, to get them
that's
out,
right.
especially like out of like out of a certain state of mind, you know, and
Exactly.
but as long as you do it right, and as long as you do it safely, and you're not like just giving it to like a fucking like a sociopath or something, like
Okay.
yeah. Well, I mean, there's some people
Very
out there
true.
that are that are fucking narcissists, and like
Hmm.
and they do it
Exactly.
purely to really hurt people, and it's
No,
sad, and it shouldn't be that way, but it happens.
so true.
It's happened to a lot of people that I know of.
Unfortunately.
Men and
Yes,
women. Men and women.
true. That is so true.
We're all crazy.
Right, in one shape or
Well,
form.
not all, but like, yeah, we all got something that we're like, that's maybe a little too much.
A little too
But
much.
shit, I have my days.
Okay. So do I.
Right.
All right. No, very good points. Very good points, baby. So lastly, short-term, long-term goals, baby. Where the heck are you headed now, sugar? Where are you headed?
I don't think I really have any short-term goals right now, like that really stand out. But long-term goals is like continuously growing the podcast. I want to be more active in like social media, so I want more engagement from a lot of my viewers. So that's always an ongoing thing. Is I want to be able to sort of, the more that people listen, the more engagement I get with certain people. And that's what I'm trying to do this year, especially try to grow the audience enough to where I can start doing more live stuff, live streamings on like TikTok or whatever I'm pushing on. So I'm hoping, as far as long term goes, like that's the one thing I'm really focused on is the podcast world, and sort of like what else that I can grow from that. What else I can be involved in from that.
Right.
That's it, really. I mean, I don't.
It's
I live a simple
fabulous.
life. I live a simple life.
Hey, you know what? Simple is sometimes the best. I mean, I'm really excited. I'm really excited for you, and I thank you. I thank you for joining me with this. I mean, I've learned a lot about you. For those that don't know, I barely got introduced to this handsome, sexy fellow right here, and learning so much about you tonight and this side of you has been such a pleasure, and I'm excited to see where you're going. I've listened to many of your episodes and I know the girls that you're with, and I'm super excited to see you grow in both, in everything that you do, honestly, in
Yeah,
everything that you
shout
do.
out to Jinx
Oh,
and Melly Mel.
yes.
Those are my girls.
Jinx and Melly Mel, they are the best. They are the best. Y'all need to listen to them. Listen to them. They are the badass. They are all
They keep me grounded for sure. Because sometimes I say some wild shit and I'm like, yeah, you're right.
they're all awesome. And they are my girls for sure, especially Jinx. I've
Yeah,
been with her. She's been with me for almost
right.
30 years. Can you believe it?
Jeez.
It's amazing.
I
It's
was gonna
amazing.
I was gonna say though, before we wrap this up, we forgot one hot button topic.
What, baby?
So, on my last podcast, we talked about twins and being involved
Oh,
in twins.
oh my goodness. I
Yeah,
can't
and I
even
wanted to talk about this. So,
let's do this. Thank you for reminding me. Oh
so
my God.
my stance on it was okay. I'm not saying I wouldn't do it because I totally would. If the opportunity was there, I'd be like, "Fuck yeah, why not?" Right? But I can
Right.
see why it's like in society's eyes, normal people, right? Not kinky people like me, normal people that are very vanilla. That's not a bad thing. If you want to live your life like that, good for you. If you're happy, you're happy, right?
Right. Right.
But to the people like that, they would see that as like gross and like, like not normal or like just bad, in general. Like because if you think about it, it's siblings sharing one person, right?
Mhm.
But I'm like I said, if
Aside from that,
aside from that, I'm going for it. I have no shame. I have no shame.
let me tell you, baby. I mean, aside from that, again, aside from the actual. Oh my goodness. I mean, I have been with some twins before, some hot twins that just, my goodness. Okay, the temperature just got like 1,000 degrees right now. My vajayjay is like swelling thinking about this. You got, oh my goodness, because I'm imagining the night that this. I mean, these twins are just no joke, no joke. They are hot, 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 and that night was hot beyond. So yeah, I mean, I could go on and on about that, but yes, I've been there, done it, and loved every minute of it. And will I do it again? Hell, fuck yeah.
Right.
Yes, yes, because it was just, I mean, yeah, and they were identical pretty much. They're pretty much identical and just built as fuck. And Jesus, take me again. I'm just putting it out there if you're listening. But oh my goodness.
And it's like, and I told this obviously on my podcast too, but I have a good friend of mine, and it's not twins obviously, but he ended up fucking 3 different sisters. So at 1 year he fucked the older one, and then a different year he fucked the middle one, and then years later on he fucked the younger one. So it was like,
Wow.
and I was like, wow, bro, like I was like, you might as well fuck the mom too. Like,
Yeah.
Clearly he didn't do that, but
That's a bit
I was
much.
like, I'm oddly ashamed and proud of you at the same time.
Right, at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was
That's
like, maybe I should do
crazy.
that too. I don't know. Just so,
Ew.
because like, just, I mean, I don't know. Just to say I've done it.
I know, right? You got it's just
I
the
mean,
way
clearly, if I fuck 2 women in front of a basketball team, then I don't have a lot of shame. So,
right, exactly.
That's how that goes.
Precisely. It's all how you look at it. It's all how you look
Right.
at it. But gotta love it. Ooh, baby. I'm telling you, this was fun. This was way too much fun with you. I had a fucking blast. Did you have fun, baby?
As did I. Of course I did.
Did you
I
like
loved doing this thing, the podcast world. I love talking and telling my stories, and just keep life interesting.
I love getting nice and kinky with you, baby. I loved it. Thank you so much. You have been great fun. Great fun. Now, you had mentioned a little bit about how you wanted to learn more, and you wanted some ideas and some links and stuff. Now, I have a couple of mentions here that I just wanted to bring up, especially about like BDSM and stuff like that. I know you had said that you wanted to learn a little bit more. There is a couple podcasts that I would like to recommend and throw out there that was referred to me that I've been following and loving and have been learning quite a lot myself from. They have extremely great personalities, fantastic episodes, and interesting topics. Very, very knowledgeable speakers. One of them is Loving BDSM, hosted by Miss Kayla Lords and John Brownstone. And I'll post a link up, but absolutely love them. Their personalities are amazing and their episodes are fantastic. So definitely check them out. Another one is Evie Lupine. Please forgive me if I mispronounce that, but she is fantastic as well. She has tons and tons of great footage, great episodes. She has a great mix related to BDSM, kink, alternative lifestyle. She has fantastic videos that you can watch. I'll also post her link up too, but definitely check them out. Great stuff. Anywho, baby, again, I thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, my bottom of my booty, because it's bigger. And from what I'm hearing, they're liking my booty. But this is it, baby. This is it.
Well, I got some shout outs for quick.
Oh, yes, please.
So shout out to BDSM101.net. They have been supporting us as well. They also have a Discord server where if you go onto their .NET site, you can also get requested to the Discord server, and that's where I'm on almost daily. So, and then also you find me on Instagram, Cali_DTO,
of course,
where you could just sort of follow my everyday bullshit. Yeah,
you know I
and
was gonna post your link, baby. No doubt about that.
and I
Yeah.
think that's it. Yeah, you just follow me, and I might follow back. We'll see.
You know I'm following you. You're sexy ass. Come on now.
It's the beard. Like I said, it's the beard.
It is. No, it's that bald head. I'm loving that bald head of yours, baby. I'm gonna rub it one day. You better keep my hands off you. Oh, y'all, this was too much fun. Look at it, was actually over an hour. It was over 15 minutes. I'm so proud of myself. Shoot.
See, I told you I'm not that short.
Oh man, you really helped this girl out. I love it. I love it. Oh, this was too much fun. Too much fun. Well, y'all, this is it. This is your sexy island girl signing off with this great, big, big mahalo and thank you from the bottom of my heart for listening and sticking with me. Much love and kisses to my faithful followers, and for those of you that are new, please join me again, and you all keep staying tuned in for more naughty kinky fun. And remember to always stay sexy, keep it kinky, and have sweet sexy dreams for me, and wet wicked kisses to you. Mwah.
Goodbye, Clarice.
Aloha.